All right, welcome to, I believe this is day 6 and 7. It's a little cloudy, as you can see. Thankfully, that hasn't hindered the work for today. But a couple days ago, I worked on the camper for an hour and a half, and I just went around and caulked all the seams by the window, caulked the joints, especially up under here. And I thought I was going to work more that day, but ended up that I didn't. So I didn't film anything for that day. And it was just a caulking, so there wasn't a whole lot to see anyways. But today I spent another 7.5 hours. I went ahead and painted. So I've varnished, I used clear polyurethane to paint the entire inside, and I actually had it upside down so I could paint the ceiling and the floor, the ceiling and underneath the storage piece a lot easier. But yeah, so everything's painted in here. Also painted the sky hatch and the door, and then I also went ahead and used the Kills primer and painted one coat all the way around the camper. And got my blue tape there to protect the gray line. Of course, I still have to put on the actual exterior paint, and that will cover up these little drips here from the polyurethane. And then of course, as you can see, I've got the door painted all gray. I like painting the bottom of the camper gray and the door gray, and then everything else white to keep it cooler, and that gives it a nice contrast and nice little accent color. And then obviously, as you can see as well, got the door mounted. It's on 2 hinges. And then I've got this style of doorknob mounted on the door. This is the way I did it. I took a 2x3 block and I trimmed it down so it was smaller, because the thicker your door is, the harder it is for the screws to grab for the doorknobs and deadbolt to catch each other from side to side. It's a little deceptive. Because I had an issue with that on another door that I did before, and so I've learned now that I need to make that block thinner. And you can see I took my router and I had to trim into this 2x2 block there for the doorknob to fit inside, and that turned out really nice. And I also used templates from Milwaukee to precisely line up the 2 holes and the holes that go in the center here, and it came with the hole saws, so I was able to just punch right through it on all sides to get a nice fit. And I also used those templates to router out the spot for the spot for the hinges on both sides. And I also used a template to router out the inside where this deadbolt goes. So you can see it's all come together pretty well. And here's the door. It shuts very nicely. And the deadbolt. You do have to pull the door in just a little bit to get it to shut. But yeah, so that locks nice. I do want to point out I was able to raise the doorknob and deadbolt a little bit higher than on the other camper, so it's a little bit more out of the way for the person who sleeps here. Yeah, so all the painting is done except for the exterior coat that will seal off the camper, and then I guess the 2 gray stripes that I'll put on both sides. That gives it a little zazz. Come together pretty well and pretty quick. After that, I just need to pop the windows in on both sides, put the lights up, and install the hardware for the tie downs. So it's coming together pretty well. As usual, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and would really appreciate it if you would leave a like and subscribe. Thanks again, and I hope you have a wonderful day.